Hi dear friends, this is Tetiana, and if you don't know, Oculus has recently announced its new feature called App Labs, which is sort of like an intermediate stage between SideQuest and the official Oculus store. App Labs is a place where developers can easily share their creations without going through the rigorous approval process required by Oculus store. There are some exciting and free games there too. Some of the games were at first available only on SideQuest, but now they're also included in App Labs. However, App Labs is not a direct substitute to SideQuest because there are still some requirements for developers to get approved, but they're not nearly as strict, which makes it a great platform for developers to share their final games. At the moment of this recording, App Labs has only 15 released games, and SideQuest definitely has a much more impressive collection, but they're more of a hustle to get. We can only speculate what will happen to SideQuest in the future. App Labs is a new feature and it's not a separate app. It has an advantage over SideQuest because now you don't need to jump through the hoops of setting up an organization, messing up with a developer's mode, and having your Quest connected to your PC to install an app. Also, App Labs games will appear in your official library and not in your unknown sources, which always was kind of a bummer, to be honest. All you need to do to download a game from App Labs is to get a link of this game or to search for an exact name of the game in the official store. But how do you find this link? And how do you know the exact name of the game? What if you just want to browse available games? One way to do it is by using SideQuest still. SideQuest now features a link to the directory of all App Labs games, which is applab.games. When you click on it, the list of all currently available games in App Lab will be listed here, but you can also paste this link directly in your browser. What's interesting is that when you click on any of these game titles, you'll get transferred to the official Oculus store, and you will see this window saying that this game is available through App Lab, so it is not an official Oculus store game. Some of these games are free, but some aren't, and you won't know which is which until you click on any of these games, and their price will be listed right here. If the game is free, simply click on this button, and if you are logged in with your Oculus or Facebook account, the game will automatically appear on your Quest. So it's super easy. So SideQuest has become something of a directory of all unofficial games, including the games accepted to App Labs, and that collection will continue to grow. But actually, you don't even need SideQuest at all. While you can't browse for App Labs games in the Oculus store, there are already several websites that list all the App Labs games. For example, I use this one called applabdb.com. It is a very minimalistic website that only has the essentials: the name of the game, some screenshots, description, price, rating, and of course, the link. The cool feature of this website is that the community can help out by sending new links in case this website needs updating. When I looked through the games, I was a little bit surprised that quite a few games were priced at around $20 because even the official store has games for less than that. And right now, I would rather spend $20 for an official Oculus game, but things certainly might change in the future. And for now, I will show you my personal top 5 free games that you can get from App Labs right now. I will also show you one amazing, not free, but cheap game as a bonus. But first, here's a message from our sponsors. If you're still tolerating this annoying watermark reminding you to activate your Windows, then I'm sure you'll be happy to hear that you can get your activation key from cdkeyoffers.com for very cheap. I myself got my key from there when I was upgrading my PC, and the whole process was very simple and fast. CD Key Offers is a great online retailer full of activation keys for different software and games. As soon as you buy a key there, it will get delivered to you via email in a matter of seconds, and you will be able to use this key to activate your Windows right away. Not only will it get rid of that ugly watermark, but you will also get full access to your Windows customization options. Their keys are very affordable, but you can get them for even cheaper if you use my special discount code. So if you want to check cdkeyoffers.com, you will find the link to the website and the discount code in the description below. And now let's check out my top 5 free games on App Labs and one bonus game that I don't regret paying for. The first game I want to show you is Descent Alps demo. Yes, many free games on App Lab are demo, but oh my gosh, this one is so much fun. In this game, you are wearing a pair of skis and you are supposed to use your body to descend the slopes of these beautiful snowy mountains. I myself only skied a couple of times in real life, so reliving these emotions again in VR was exhilarating. Surprisingly, at times it felt so real that I almost lost my balance. If you have never skied before, then this is an awesome and free way for you to try it. And of course, it doesn't feel completely like the real thing, but it has definitely come very close. It has a nice training system at the beginning where you follow the instructor and learn how you're supposed to move your body. I really love how this game feels. Surprisingly, it didn't get me sick while playing it, so I definitely recommend trying this game, and maybe you will discover your love for skiing. Another game that impressed me is called Smash Drums Demo. It's a drum-based VR rhythm game, kind of like Guitar Hero meets Beat Saber, only in drums. It has this really epic fiery setting, which I really liked because it's an interesting contrast to traditional abstract and ambient surroundings of other similar rhythm-based games. While it only has one rock song in this demo at the moment, the game promises to include 21 indie rock songs in the full game that will be coming out soon. This game has many different settings. For example, in one setting you need to hit the drums at 3 different strength levels, but there's also a little known barbarian mode where you can really just smash the drums as strong as you can and focus more on things like timing and accuracy. This game looks polished and it has some great potential. I'm looking forward to the full version and I hope to see more songs and more game modes. The next game I want to show you is called Ancient Dungeon, and if you love Minecraft-style dungeon crawlers, then you'd better get excited about this one. You start with a sword and this throwing knife, and as you go deeper inside the dungeon, you will encounter different creatures, loot some chests, and uncover the lost history of the dungeon. I was always fascinated how this type of graphics is always so appealing for some reason. We all get so spoiled with high-resolution graphics and somehow it never seems good enough, yet this Minecraft-style graphics makes it feel so retro and so fun, and I love it. It's really fun to play, and this is one of few non-demo games that you can pick up from App Labs for free, so if you haven't played it yet, you should definitely try. I've been playing a lot of puzzle games recently and I couldn't pass on this one. I remember playing Puzzling Places back when it was on SideQuest, and this game back then had only one puzzle, and now it has added many more to its collection. This game is like a 3D jigsaw puzzle game where you put together hyper-realistic miniatures of beautiful places from around the world. The more you build each place, the more it comes to life. For example, when I was building some castle, at some point I could hear some people talking in Armenian, and when I was building some natural features, I could also hear running water. It is truly a beautiful game, perfect for someone who wants to take some time and relax. I was also thinking about how awesome it would be if they introduced a multiplayer option where you could play with your friends building the same puzzle and just spend some time together and chat. I think we need slow games like this one from time to time to take a break from action, so I can definitely appreciate a game like Puzzling Places. Another free game, Zoe, is not actually a game, but a VR programming platform that doesn't get nearly as much attention as it should. In Zoe, you can design, create, and program your own interactive VR experiences all within your headset. It includes a few presets of the surroundings and a huge collection of 3D objects. You can choose which object you want to use either by scrolling or by typing in the keyword of that object you are looking for. You can resize, rotate, and place each model in your scene, decide whether they are static or can be grabbed, set up gravity, collision settings, and so much more. You can even add text and create audio files and set up interaction rules. For example, I created this super tiny language learning tool for vocabulary learning with these 3 objects.
Apple, burger,
It takes a little bit of time learning how all of this works, but it requires zero programming and 3D modeling skills. The trailer of the game shows absolutely mind-blowing learning scenarios created in Zoe, and it could be the first step of developing accessible solutions for anyone who would want to create a prototype of a game without having to spend months developing it in Unity. I see the future in this kind of apps, and I hope Zoe will continue developing, adding more functionality and maybe also onboarding tutorials to help users familiarize themselves with this app quicker. If you have a creative bone in your body, try and see what you can do in this app. I'm sure you'll be impressed. Lastly, the bonus game for which I paid only $7 is called Deism. Deism is a kind of like a civilization type of a game in which you can live the experience of being an almighty god and build your own world from scratch and help mankind to evolve from the Stone Age to modern age. This game has so many components. For example, you can build different types of land like desert, mountains, volcanoes, inhabit them with animals that will be specific to their natural habitat. And I found it really fun that you can not only help humans with different miracles, for example, providing them with rain when their forests are on fire, but you can also send them some natural disasters such as hurricanes and locusts. It's really up to you whether you want to help your humans or if you want to let them die starving. I guess you can do either way because you're God and nobody will judge your actions. But throughout the game, you must take care of the heresy that will be slowly corrupting your people and converting them against you. This is a very fun game and it is rather inexpensive compared to many other full games in App Labs, so you may try it and see if you like it. I'm excited to see what other games will be added to App Labs. Let me know in the comments which App Labs game is your favorite so far. I'm sure that there will be many more creative games coming to App Labs very soon, both paid and free. So you should definitely keep an eye on these additions on SideQuest or using some other web resources. Still, remember that SideQuest for now remains the largest collection of unofficial games. So make sure to check it out if App Lab doesn't provide enough options for you. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Disco VR if you want to see more fun and informative VR content. And consider supporting me on Patreon, as every dollar helps me improve the quality of this channel, and you will also receive some great perks. Stay safe, and as always, happy gaming!